Hi there, Alison here with another Cab Franc du jour. Today we are in Anjou and we're looking at the Clau de Nell 2016 Anjou Rouge Cab Franc. The present day story of the estate begins in 2006 with pioneering Burgundy winemaker Anne-Claude Leflaive. The late Anne-Claude and her husband Christian, they were traveling through the Loire Valley at the time, visiting biodynamically run vineyards, and that's when they happened upon Clau de Nell, and which at the time the estate was already being regarded as a rising star in the region. Now, unfortunately, the previous owners came under financial hardship back in 2008, and actually Anne-Claude and her husband came in and purchased the estate. We lost Anne-Claude. She passed away in 2015, but today the estate is being run by Christian and their daughter Claire. This estate itself, in terms of the vineyards, is actually one contiguous plot of 12 hectares of vines, and they are all being farmed biodynamically, of course. And they're located in the commune of Ambillou-Château, which is sort of 13 kilometers southwest of the Loire River, basically with Angers to the northwest and Saumur to the northeast. Today's wine is coming from 4.5 hectares of Cabernet Franc vines that are around 45 to 55 years of age. The soils here are like a silty-sandy topsoil comprised of sandstone and red flint, and it's over a limestone bedrock. In the cellar, they do follow the biodynamic principles as well. So they're working with indigenous yeasts, and they're following the lunar calendar, of course, for all of their practices. And the élevage is in larger, older PS Burgundy barrels. So let's see what this wine is giving us today. The nose is really pretty. It has a lovely perfume to it, very fragrant. And the fruits come through nicely as red fruit driven with sort of a mix of sweeter and tartar fruits. Like I'm getting some raspberry, there's a little cherry, there's a bit of red currant there. And there is a beautiful savoriness to the nose. The herbaceousness of Cab Franc really comes through beautifully, almost like cedar or a little bit of rosemary. But there is that savory, earthy kind of edge to the wine. And with a little bit of oxygen, there's all these other elements that come in too. I'm getting some violets, a little bit of mushroom, but really quite pretty. On the palate, those fruits come through beautifully, and it's definitely more, it leans more savory than it does fruity in terms of that profile of the wine. The acidity to me is quite bright, almost tart in a way. It's like those red currants kind of leap out of the glass and give you that nice sort of tart freshness. The tannins are fine, quite velvety. And there's a firmness to the tannins. There's good structure here. Lots of layers as well. Getting even a little bit of licorice and star anise on the palate, which I wasn't quite getting on the nose. But this wine is quite poised. There's structure here, but finesse and elegance as well. There is this Pinot-like Burgundian sort of feel to the wine in terms of that elegance and the dance between the structure and then that finesse profile. It almost reminds me of something like a Volnay, but really just such a great expression of Cab Franc and shows the grape's capacity to be a really elegant, very finesse-driven wine. I just really love this wine today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back again soon, of course, with another wine. Cheers.